Retiring on dividends sounds like a dream to a lot of people, but there's a difference between simply dreaming and making a real plan. In order to make a plan for your future like this, you need to know how much money you'll actually need to retire on dividends. In this video, we'll look at the calculations you need to do in order to find out this magic number, what can alter this calculation, and finally, what can help you to get this number sooner. Hello and welcome back to the Dividend Experiment, the channel that helps you build a portfolio that pays your bills. The content that we discuss is intended for information and educational purposes only, and should not be considered investment advice or investment recommendation. First, let's talk about living off dividends. The fundamental concept of living off dividends is investing your hard-earned money in stocks that pay dividends. By doing this, you'll have the ability to earn money even while you're asleep or without exerting an effort, or as many people describe it, the so-called passive income. The ultimate goal is to earn enough money from your portfolio that it will support your daily life, including bills, food, and necessities, through the consistent dividend payments. In other words, you need to build a portfolio that pays your bills, the motto of this YouTube channel. Why dividend investing? To go back to an analogy that I often use on this channel, dividend investing is like planting seeds that grow into money trees. When you buy shares of a company, some of them pay you back regularly, usually every few months or so. These payments are called dividends, and they're regular payments for being a shareholder. Instead of just hoping your shares go up in value, you can count on getting paid regularly, which can be preferable to many investors. Big companies that have been around for a while are the ones that are most likely to pay dividends. These companies are like the giants of the business world. They've proven they can weather storms and still make money. So even if the stock market goes up and down like a roller coaster, these companies usually keep paying out dividends like clockwork. It's like having a steady paycheck, but without having to clock in at a job every day. And now here's where things get interesting. Let's say you build up a nice portfolio of dividend-paying stocks. If the dividends from your investments are enough to cover your living expenses, you might not even need to work a regular job anymore. That's because you're making money while you sleep, eat, or even watch TV. It's a dream of many people to have enough passive income to say goodbye to the 9-to-5 grind. But it's not just about money. Dividend investing gives you something even more valuable, time. Instead of being stuck in a job that you dislike just to pay the bills, you can focus on what truly matters to you. Whether it's pursuing your passions, traveling the world, or spending more time with loved ones, dividend investing gives you that freedom to choose. You might have already bought dividend stocks already, but if the whole concept is new to you, then I recommend Trading 212 as the best option for the majority of use cases and users, as I've done on my channel for a while now, and in this video it'll be no different. On top of that, I asked Trading 212 if they could give me a unique code that you guys can simply type into the promo code section, capital at risk. So if you've opened up a new account recently, or are planning to open an account, here it is. DivXP or DIVEXP, short for Dividend Experiment. So you have 10 days from opening your account to type this in, and receive shares worth up to £100. I also get something as this is my custom code, so this helps you support the channel too. If you do use it, thank you for your support, and thanks to Trading 212 for sponsoring this video. Now back to our retirement portfolio. So how much money do you need to live off dividends? Living off dividends might sound like something only the rich can do, but that's not necessarily true. People often think that you need loads of money to invest in stocks that pay dividends regularly, but actually you can start with smaller amounts and still make it work. When you want to live off dividends, the first thing you need to figure out is how much money you need to invest and what's your cost of living. First, you have to calculate your expected cost of living to have a clearer picture for your plan. When planning for retirement, it's crucial to begin by identifying your retirement goals. Take the time to envision what you want your retirement to look like, whether it involves settling in a particular location, pursuing hobbies and interests, or embarking on travel adventures. Understanding your aspirations provides a foundation for crafting a financial plan that aligns with your lifestyle preferences. Next, consider all potential costs you may encounter during retirement, including housing, healthcare, transportation, food, utilities, and leisure activities. It's important to account for inflation and potential increases in healthcare expenses to ensure your financial plan remains robust over time. Once you have a clear understanding of your retirement goals and anticipated expenses, it's time to create a detailed retirement budget. Now for you, this is going to be a very personal, tailored plan, and everyone will be different here, so obviously I can't get the exact numbers you'll be needing as it has so many factors. I just pluck some numbers based on average UK living costs. Don't get on my case about the numbers used here, it's more about the calculation anyway, and a big part of this plan is you figuring out the numbers for yourself. So for example, your total monthly expenses is at £2,500. Now we multiply it by 12 to get the annual total cost of living, so your cost of living is £30,000. Now the main question is, how much should you invest to achieve £30,000 of dividend income annually to retire and have dividends cover up your basic needs? Given that you want an annual dividend income of £30,000 and the dividend yield is 4%, you can use the formula, and that means you should invest £750,000 to receive an annual dividend income of £30,000. This means the amount you need to invest to be able to live off dividends is not a small amount at £750,000. Investing that much money right now for the vast majority of people is simply unrealistic, and it's the reason many people get turned away from dividend investing. But the reality is we don't actually have to invest that much to live off dividends. Here are some factors that can speed things up and help you get to your targets quicker that most people don't consider when they think of the huge target sum they need to retire from dividends. Compounding and growing the portfolio over time. This is the magic of compound interest, where your investments generate earnings, and those earnings in turn generate their own earnings. Over time, this snowball effect can significantly grow your portfolio without you having to actively contribute more money. For retirement planning, starting early and consistently contributing to your investments can lead to substantial growth over the long term. Seeking higher yields to increase income from dividend stocks. When investing in dividend-paying stocks, the yield, the percentage of the stock price paid out as dividends annually, directly impacts the income you receive. Seeking out stocks with higher yields can boost your dividend income. However, it's essential to balance this with other factors like the company's stability and dividend sustainability. Other sources of income. Retirement planning isn't just about dividends or investment income. It's crucial to consider other income sources, such as pensions or even part-time work. Diversifying your income streams can provide stability and ensure you have enough funds to support your desired lifestyle in retirement. Reducing costs in retirement compared to being at work. In retirement, your expenses will probably change. For example, you may no longer have work-related costs like commuting expenses or professional wardrobe expenses. On the other hand, some costs such as healthcare may increase. By carefully planning and budgeting for retirement, you can potentially reduce your overall expenses, allowing your retirement savings to stretch further. Considering these factors alongside your investment strategy can help you accelerate your path towards your retirement goals. Now let's go back to that £2,000 per month living expense we had earlier and apply some of these factors. First, let's see what the calculations look like with a 5% yield instead of a 4%. The £30,000 target amount from a 5% yielding portfolio means you need £600,000 instead. If it's a 6% yielding portfolio, it further reduces to £500,000. Now, there is a danger here in reaching for higher and higher yields to hit your target, and that can lead to higher risk of cutting the dividends, which would obviously not be a great situation to be in once you're into retirement. However, the aggregate yield is definitely a factor to consider in terms of total required portfolio size. And now let's add the full new state pension into the mix. So each qualifying year after 6th of April 2016 added to your national insurance record increases your state pension amount up to the full rate, £221.20 a week. That means you'd receive roughly an additional £880 a month in income, which again reduces the amount you need from your investments once you hit the retirement age. In this hypothetical example, it would reduce monthly income requirement from £2,500 to £1,620 and the annual amount to roughly £19,000 instead, which is a pretty significant difference. £19,000 in annual dividend income could be achieved from a portfolio of only £324,000 at 6%. Now, for one of the biggest tricks here is that your portfolio size grows along with you as you work towards retirement. I cover this in way more detail in this video about the dividend snowball, but the basic breakdown is like this. The snowball effect in finance means that when you invest money, the returns you make get reinvested, making your investment grow even more. This happens because the returns you make also earn returns, or your dividends also get dividends on the dividends, causing your investment to grow faster over time. So the longer you keep reinvesting your returns, the bigger your investment becomes. This shows how compounding works, emphasizing why it's smart to start investing early and keep adding to your investments regularly for long-term financial success. So actually, even though your portfolio has reached the target, you won't have put in all that money. Some of it will have been the dividends paid from previous years. Conclusion. When you're investing to earn money from dividends, it's not just about how much money you start with, it's more about how you invest that money and how long you keep investing to reach your goal of retiring and enjoying payouts from dividends. Overall, the first step is to calculate your cost of living to get a dividend income that will cover most of your needs, and choose your investment style that will suit your level of risk. To make it work, you need a plan. This plan should include different things like choosing the right stocks that pay good dividends, spreading your investments across different types of companies, and being okay with taking some risks. Ultimately, there's no number, it's all down to your lifestyle, your needs, and what you want to spend in retirement as a function of the yield of your portfolio. If you liked this video, and if you made it this far, I'm guessing you probably did, then I have some good news for you. I'm giving away my PDF guide to the 10 dividend investing commandments, or the criteria that I use to pick dividend paying stocks, and I'm giving it away to you for free. All you need to do is submit your email in the link below and it'll get delivered to your inbox straight away. Again, that's for free. But that's not the only benefit of joining the email. You also get updates on the almost daily dividend portfolio, interesting stock ideas or news, and special deals and free stuff that I can share with you. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. See you!